What is going on, guys? This is TheLostYeti here, and today we are back with some What the Golf, and let's get these controls going. Where we left off, we just ended up clearing one hallway, so it's time that we take on the next. So let's head on down to this hole and check out what we got. I hope everyone's having a fine and wonderful and dandy day, and we are playing some soccer. Yeah, we are. If you guys didn't enjoy this last time, oh no. We are playing through some What the Golf. Having a casual time, and hopefully being a big fan of this game. I don't know. See, we are... Oh, I don't like that whatsoever. Goodbye, world. I just figured this was a nice casual game, so we could all hang out and just enjoy some golf together. A little bit of backstory on the day-to-day, the life of the Yeti. I actually just got back from a trip visiting my girlfriend in New York of the cities, the city of the New Yorks. What a concept. It was quite enjoyable. I'm glad to see her. And yeah, we got to a whole bunch of things, but mainly a whole lot of good food. I think that that is a sign of getting older, is when it's less about going to these amazing things and more about fantastic food, or I don't know. So we did have these crazy things planned. Like we were gonna go to a adventure park, and that man didn't even go for the ball. Okay, we were gonna go to an adventure park, but apparently you need to book it in advance. And I am not good at planning. My girlfriend, she's good at planning. I am not good at planning, and this was not something that we factored in. Just like I'm not factoring in these jumps right now, and it's hurting my brain a little bit. I think I can... Hold up. What if I yeet it off the backboard? No. Yeet it off the side panel. Maybe I just don't want to go full blast. But yeah, so long story short, we didn't get to go to the adventure park. Maybe in the future we will. That's a rock and goal. My brain hurts. But we did get to do a few other things. If you don't know, I think I've mentioned in some other videos, but if you don't know, I am a bit of a video game collector. Yo, that would be sick. What the golf? Oh, that's a fail. But yeah, so we went to a video game store, Video Games in New York, fantastic store. If you're in the area and want to check it out, I would highly recommend it. There's a few other places down there that are a little bit more expensive. By that, I mean you have to sell an appendage and or a organ to be able to afford anything. Not saying there's anything wrong with them, but oh my god, expensive. And Video Games in New York was fairly reasonable. I ended up picking up another game that I will be playing through with my girlfriend, so I apologize to anyone who might want to see it, but the Infectious Madness? Oh my god. It's escaping my brain right now. I'm fried. It's been a very long day. I spent 2.5 hours on the train, so that'll do it. I believe it is the Infectious Madness of Dr. Decker. Sounds about right. It's by the creators of Shapeshifting Detective, which is another fantastic game that we have played through. So yeah. I'm hoping it's going to be good. I'm hoping it's going to be great. We played through a little bit of it together, and I was falling asleep. Okay, listen, not to the game. We just had a very long day. Be it how it is. Can we just get a goal over here? Just send that boyo in. Just needs a little bit more oomph. Can we just eat it right into the... Okay. Fan? But yeah, no. So, anyways, good game, probably a good game. Very interesting. It was just midnight, and your boyo was running all day and super tired. Another sign of getting old. See the themes here. Don't get old, people. Don't get old. It's a bad time. It is a bad time. You, turns out, when you get old, you die. But, from natural causes or something like that. I don't really know. See, I am not a scientist. Or a doctor. Or someone who knows things about things. So... naturally, not my problem. See, that looks like it got the airtime, just not the correct aiming, correct positioning, correct anything, quite really. Okay, big fan. You are being a big pain in the rear. You just gotta split the difference. And I think that's what you gotta do, is just gotta split that difference just right. For those of you playing around at home, let me know if you were able to beat this a lot easier because I feel like an idiot. This is me feeling like an idiot, and that's kind of typical for this channel. So, if this is what you like to watch, this is typically what I'm doing almost all the time. But yeah, let me know, guys. It is kind of weird going to New York under the certain circumstances of which we live in currently. As a side note, I also rode the metro for the first time, the subway. I don't know if people call it the metro, or I'm just trying to be cool and not saying it right. Which is also a case. Hello, ball. Going where I need you to, please and thank you. Alright, strategy. We tried it. We tried again. It's fallen up short. So maybe if we give it a little bit less beans and just let the wind carry it, that's a possibility. Less about the power, the strength. Yeah, it is. That was it. So I just needed to not full blast it. Which in the world of golf, typically all you want to do is go full power all the time. But perhaps this one time is not what we actually want to do here. Oh. I believe it is telling me to hit the cat. That is what it's telling me to do. I'm oblivious to the world. The other thing that happened this weekend, though, that came with it is currently my girlfriend's sharing an apartment out there, and she's only going to be out there for like 3 months or something like that, and it brings me back, now again, showing my age, it shows my age because I'm like, going there wearing shower shoes because she shares an apartment with 2 other roommates, and I'm just like, shower shoes? Is this college all over again? Like, this is so weird. And it's just their reality. Holy golf clubs. Alright, there we go. Just a humble soccer ball to the goal. In the pocket. Alright, and now it's going to get absolutely insane. I already see this happening. Alright, so we've got to somehow keep it on the road. What I would do me for a new Gran Turismo. I would love if they would come out with new Gran Turismo. Obviously, being a car guy, or just being anyone that's interested in vehicles and racing games, Gran Turismo, man, you've been slacking for a while. Don't think Forza hasn't noticed. Now, I've really been a Forza guy. I would like to support you. Get your act together. But speaking of, I don't think anyone necessarily would care about this other than myself. But there was an announcement of a new Dead Space or a Dead Space remake. Dead Space, if you're not familiar, as this man punts me into oblivion, is a fantastic survival horror-esque game where you play as a man in space. Isaac Clarke. He's basically like a repairman on these spaceships that these mining rig spaceships, for lack of a better phrasing, and everything absolutely hits the fan as he goes to try to work on a ship that I believe was his girlfriend's ship, or where his girlfriend was stationed. You know, it came out in a time when there was a million space games out there, and I don't think anyone really cared, and it kind of stood alone from itself, or not from itself, but stood above some of the other things. Power 2, that might be a problem. Okay. But yeah, no, it definitely stood out, but I feel like it was just not sold at the right time. I don't think, and which is a shame because I feel like it was ahead of its time, but not. Yeah, there were definite flaws here, but regardless, happy that there's a chance for more fans to come into the series. We'll see if that comes out anytime soon. Probably not, to be perfectly honest. I think that it'll still be a long ways before they get anything done on it. Unfortunately, the trailer, if you want to watch it, it's out there on YouTube, and it looks like it needs a lot of work, but either here, no, there. Come on, split the difference. Split the difference with me, guys. Gonna go for broke. So they're gonna charge me either way, so it might be possible to skim on in if we can just get a little bit lucky here. That man, he kicked me. He kicked me right out, booted me right on out. brings me back in my day. Brings me back to the good old days of soccer. Soccer, and I might have sold this story before. I apologize if I have, but for those of you that haven't heard it, soccer was one of my favorite games. Sports growing up. That's the one. Man, people take sports way too seriously. I mean, this is coming from a man that is playing not real golf, so take anything with a grain of salt, right? But I do remember when I was younger, I ended up having to give up soccer, and I did not play. I did not play with the big boys. I did not play with the professionals or anything like that. Do not get any stretch in the imagination that I was good at something. As you can tell from watching me play not real golf, I'm not really good at very many things. And basically, people just get aggressive. What ended up happening, if you're not familiar with soccer at all, is you run around the field kicking balls into goals. What a shock. Also known as football, but not here in America because we like to be pains in the rear. And essentially, when I used to play, the rules basically were, we're kids, don't go around killing each other. Try to, keep the slide tackles to the minimum. I was at least playing at a level where there was slide tackling, so that was the thing. But one of the big no-nos, like one of the big things you didn't do, was you didn't wear metal cleats. You always wore plastic cleats. Typically, the stereotypical black and white Adidas is because of what everyone wore. They were, at least at the time, probably still to this day, but they were at the time like the best cleats you could get for a reasonable amount of money. You could probably spend way too much money on cleats. I don't doubt that. Oh my goodness gracious, that was a miracle. But you wore plastic cleats, and as you can kind of tell as I'm alluding, oh my god, there are horses in the air with balloons, I think. As you can kind of tell as I'm alluding, someone decided that it would be a great idea to wear metal cleats. And as you might have imagined, so in soccer, to make sure that everything is a hunky-dory, you typically wear shin guards because you're sliding around on the ground and you don't want to do some damage over here. But yeah, so typically you wear shin guards, and I was wearing shin guards on that fateful Sunday day. I don't actually remember what day of the week it was, but I was wearing shin guards, and we were playing against a team, and they typically check you at the beginning of the game by doing like a tappa-tappa on a rappa-tap-tap. Tappa-tappa on your cleats, or at least having you show them to the referee or whoever's checking that game out. And they don't really check it all that close, but they typically would check it. And I'm not sure what happened in this game because that's how it is. But basically, someone snuck on metal cleats, which is a fun time, and I got slide tackled. And fun fact, it will go right through your shin guard. I got a decent, good old cut on my shin from that. And I don't think the kid ever got in trouble. I don't think the kid ever got ejected from the game. But they must have. They were not allowed to continue to use those cleats for the rest of the game. So I don't know if they just had a second pair or whatever, because that's sketchy AF. But yeah, no. Wait, are we launching a balloon, doggo? Goodbye, doggo. There is no good way of doing this. But yeah, no, and that was the day that I quit soccer, because I was like, this is not fun. I could have gotten seriously hurt, and people were wearing metal cleats, I guess, for a competitive advantage. I mean, like, ooh, sheep. Okay. Sheepy gets very airborne. Let's okay, I don't. Oh my goodness, why is that a yeet? All right. Straight down range. We're going up this way. Please. No sheepy sheep. So, sports gets real. Sports gets real. People take it very seriously. I was not good at sports. I was not good at soccer. I was not good at any of the things. And it's a little terrifying what people are willing to do to perform better, even at a very low level. AKA what I was playing, because I was not good. Yeah, I mean, these are all things that are... Okay, I'm not really sure what's happening here. So let's... I guess, am I supposed to try to take out the... I don't know what's happening here. There are animals being yeeted off of a cliff, as you can kind of tell. Okay, that is exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. So I guess I need to grab the swing at like the right moment, so that way it does not impede my launching capabilities. But that is harder to do than to say, as a wise man once said. And by that wise man, I do not mean myself, I mean someone else, because here we go, yeet the sheep. Nicely done. Last but not least, please don't tell me I have to do this in so many strokes, because that is going to be a bad time. Aim that guy up. I got to go real hard left, I think, because that cow is gone. So we're going to overshoot about yay. See if that ends up playing out for us. Too much angle on the dangle. Come up a little bit less. Okay, still more than that, though. I should probably be keeping it. Still a little bit less. Okay. Right there. That's the money shot. Right there, not quite. Maybe sheep. Oh, nice. Nicely done. Worst party ever. There's the wiener dog. It's a joke. I understand it. Because I am of the intellectually proud people. Oh my god. Okay, it's a rocket soccer ball. No problems here. It explodes. Slight problems here. If we can we launch a kid into orbit? Yes, we can. These are all accomplishments. We are making improvements to the game of soccer. It is Rocket League. Another fantastic game, by the way. If you haven't played it, it's free to play at this point, I'm pretty sure. Back in my day, Rocket League was not free to play. What a concept. It's free to play now. It's a fantastic game. We are playing some golf. And I believe I've pinned myself, which is a bit of a predicament to be in. Yeet the ball. Well, let's see. So I can somewhat recover. I don't know why there was a... I don't know what was going on there, but we're back in the game here, kids. Kids and fans. 3-0. Yeti. Yeti's picking up the game here. Now, unfortunately, we do have a par on this one, so we are going to be playing the long game right through the rocks. Not what I was expecting. I think I can outshoot him depending on what the line drive's looking like. Boom. Gone. Gone. 3 right there. Can't yeet it up the cliff, unfortunately. No saves on that one. We are going to wait for this guy to go all the way around and send her home. I think I'm going to have to ride this wall. Don't yeet me, please. Okay, back in the game. Right over Mr. Salamander. Wait for him to kick me. Boom. Oh, no. One too many. One too many. We were so close. So close. There we are. Eat the cat. Might be able to save this. Might be able to save this. Hell yeah. Let's go. That's a banger. Can we get the crown? Just get a good crown. Just get a good crown. I think I am falling. I've fallen and I cannot get up. Do I have to shoot here? No, I do not. My walking skills are limited. Oh. Okay, so I can pass it. These are positives. Send myself off. There we go. Come on, yet. Just need to go align myself up for a driver and send her home, boys. Just a good yeet. Just a good yeet. I don't need any of them. I'll walk it home. I will walk it on. Yeet it home. Beautiful game. Look at that. We getting a gold crowny boy out here on the stadium. And in the next episode, we'll wrap up the 4 set here. If you guys did enjoy it, as always, consider leaving a like. If you want to see more from this series or more from just content on my channel, consider subscribing. As always, guys, this has been your host, TheLostYeti, and I hope to catch you guys in the next episode on the channel. I will see you then.